Hello grade 11s. In the last lesson we started on elevation plans and the assembling of a kid's desk. We're going to have a look at the elevation plans of objects constructed out of cubes, and then we will move on to the plans of houses. Okay, let's have a look at a cube one. Okay, so here we've got a diagram that consists of cubes. Okay, and if you have a look here, we've got two cubes in the front, then we've got this one at the top, and obviously there's one underneath that one, and these two. So here we've got a total of 6 cubes. Now I've labeled it over here. You can see the front view is when we are standing here looking at these. Our top or plan view is obviously from above, and remember this is also called your bird's eye view. Then the rear view is from the back, and then we've got the left view and the right view. Okay, so now if we have a look at the front view, what are we going to see? We're going to see this block, this block, this block, and this block, the front of those. Okay, so if we draw that, it's going to look like this. We're going to have 2 like that. Okay, and then we're going to have another 2 coming this direction. Okay, so this here is going to be our front view. Okay, let's have a look at the rear view. Now, the rear view, of course, is going to be the exact reverse of what we have just drawn. So you're going to still have this one on the top, but this time it's going to be on the right instead of on the left. Okay, so our rear view is going to be this one in reverse. Okay, so let's have a look. So we're going to see 3 like that. And then we're going to see the one on top. Okay, so this one here is our rear view. And now let's have a look at our right view. Okay, so our right view, we're going to see the front of this block, the front of this block, and the front of that block. Okay, so let's have a look at that one. Okay, so we're going to just see 2 like that, and then 1 above. Okay, and this is our view from the right hand side. So our view from the left hand side over here is going to be the exact reverse of what we have just seen. Okay, so let's draw that one. Okay, so it's going to be 2 from this side that you're going to see like that, and the bottom row is going to have 2 like that. Okay, so this here is the left. And when you're drawing views like this, it's quite easy. If you have a look at the faces, that you can actually see drawing the right one is easier than drawing the left one. Okay, now what about our view from the top, or our plan view? Okay, so let's see which ones we see there. You're going to see this one over here, this one, and this one over here. So we're going to have 3 on that side and then the 2 on this side. Okay, so let's draw that one. Okay, I've got space here, so let's draw that one over here. Okay, so we're going to see a total of 5 blocks, and it's going to be in this shape. So this is our top or plan view. Okay, let's have a look at another one that doesn't have only cubes. It also has a triangular prism on. Yeah, so let's have a look at this. So what we've got here is we've got a base consisting of 6 of these cubes, and then here we've got a triangular piece sitting on top of it. Okay, so let's have a look. We are saying that the front view is from this side over here, slightly on the left. Okay, so let's have a look what we're going to see from here. So we're going to see this block, this one, and this one over here. So it's just going to be an L shape with our 3 cubes. Okay, so let's draw that. L shape with our 3 cubes. And this is our front view. Okay, let's have a look at the right. Remember, it's always easier to do the ones where you can actually see the blocks. Okay, so let's see this one. We're going to see 3 at the bottom like that, and then we're going to see this triangular face that we've got over here. Okay, so let's draw that. Okay, so we've got 3 blocks along the bottom, it's a little bit crooked. Okay, but there's your 3 blocks. And then here we've got the triangle, and that goes from there all the way to there. Okay, so this is our view from the right. Okay, so now when we've drawn our view from the right, the view from the left is going to be an easy one to do. All we're going to do is we're going to reverse this one over here. Okay, so we're going to see 3 along the bottom like that. And then our triangle is going to be reversed over here. Okay, so that is going to be our view from the left. Okay, now what about our rear view? Our rear view is, of course, the reverse of our front view. Okay, so this here is the reverse of the front view. Okay, so I'm going to fit that in over here. Okay, so it's going to be 2 along the bottom. And then we've got 1 going across the top like that. And that is our rear view. Okay, so now let's have a look at our top or our plan view. Okay, so you're going to see these 4 over here, okay, as cubes, and then this face over here is actually going to look like a rectangle from the top. Okay, so if we draw that one, essentially it's going to be a 3 by 2 that looks like this. Okay, so we are going to see these 3 over here plus that one, and then the triangle looks like a rectangle from the top. Okay, so this is our top view. Now, the other thing that we of course can do when we have got diagrams like this is we can work with scale. So let's have a look at a scale question. Okay, so what we are given is that the length of this diagram, so from here to here, that distance over there is 4,65 millimeters. Okay, that whole length there is 4,65 millimeters. Now, if the actual length of a block, in other words, this, remember these are cubes, is 1 centimeter, then what is the scale of this diagram? And I want to have that scale in the format 1 is to something. And then this part over here, we are going to do correct to 3 decimal places. Okay, so let's have a look at those dimensions again. It's 4,65 is 3 blocks, and 1 block is 1 centimeter. So the first thing we're going to have to do is to calculate the length of 1 block. Okay, so we're going to take for 1 block our distance, which is our 4,65. And we're going to divide that by 3. Okay, so for this we need the calculator. Okay, so we're going to go 4.65. We're going to divide that by 3. Okay, and let's see what that gives us. So it gives us 1.55. Okay, so this is going to be 1,55. Okay, now remember this is actually the length of the diagram. Okay, so when we do our scale, we're going to go 1,55 is to 1. Remember on this side we have the diagram, and on this side we have the actual size. Okay, so now what we've got to do to change this to 1, we've got to divide both sides by 1,55. Okay, so let's do that on the calculator. So we're going to go 1 divide by 1.55, and that gives us 0,645. They said 3 decimal places, so this one's going to leave that. So it's going to be 1 to 0,645. Okay, so that's going to be the scale of this drawing. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick question now. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got a picture of a completed doghouse. Okay, and then you get 2 plans that came with this diagram. Here's the one plan, okay, and then the other one looks like that. Okay, so the first question is, I want you to identify which elevations are given in these 2 diagrams. Okay, so which one is given here and which one is given here. And then also want to know, what does this plan represent? Okay, so what does this plan actually give us?